Yeah, it's right around 7:15 p.m. on Monday, April 29th, 2024. I've already had to make and post a number of videos today, starting with the fact that there has been some electronic interference on both of my phones throughout the afternoon while I've been engaging in online banking activities, redeeming payments online, and trying to upload videos about how those online payments appear to have been electronically tampered with and interfered with. And the issuer of those online payments confirmed that there was some electronic interference with the issuing of one of those payments and had to be reissued, and they apologized and they resent the payment. But right now, I'm making a video about how every single time I use my bathroom, about 10-15 minutes later, every single time, let me rephrase that. Every time I use my bathroom without covering the area around my toilet, either with, a sheet or shopping bags or something, the behaviorally dysregulated thug in 88, who appears to be some sort of a sex offender. I mean, he's really behaviorally disturbed. He's lived in that unit for, I don't know, almost 2 years now, almost never leaves that unit, and engages in some loud and disturbing behavior against the wall. And when he does that, it's almost always after I've used my bathroom without covering the toilet area first. I literally have to put temporary coverings around my toilet when I use it, because I've been told by what is now several dozen people over the last few years that they can see what I do in my bathroom. And this creep seems to confirm that by his behavior, because about 20 minutes ago, I had to make a video which did not pick up on the audio, but I walked out into the hallway because he was making repeated, really loud, smacking, aggressive, quick smacking noises against this wall right here, and grunting. I thought maybe he was in trouble, like maybe he was having a heart attack or something. So I went out into the hallway, and then I thought, is he doing like push-ups or something and grunting? I mean, there was a lot of smacking and grunting involved. Walked up and down the hallway, and unfortunately the audio on my phone is really bad. It does not pick up on things that you could hear with the naked ear, but because there was a TV going in unit 87 at the same time, the phone picked up on the TV audio and not on the thudding noises and the grunting that I could hear through the wall, actually, from unit 88. It's completely silent in here now, but the phones that don't have a very sensitive audio microphone tend to pick up on only the loudest noises around. So this creep in 88 started loudly masturbating, presumably masturbating against that wall right there, within about 8 to 10 minutes of me using the toilet in my bathroom without covering it first. When I cover it, this creep doesn't masturbate. When I don't cover it and basically use it with my naked rear end hanging out, he starts loudly masturbating, almost always within 10 minutes or so of me using my toilet. That is not a coincidence, folks, because it happens just about every single time that I do not cover the area around my toilet. So sometimes I put a sheet over myself, or I literally tape clean plastic shopping bags around the area just to cover up whatever surveillance devices I've been told are around my toilet repeatedly for years now. And when I don't cover that toilet, the creep in 88 almost invariably starts to loudly masturbate against that wall. I just try to get an audio of it. The microphone on my phone sucks. It's cheap, and it only picks up on the loudest noise around, which at the time happened to be the guy in 87 playing his TV pretty loud. I'm not complaining about that. It's the middle of the afternoon. He has the right to do that, but it did not pick up on the thudding and grunting that the creep in 88 was engaging in for at least 5 minutes after I had used my bathroom, the toilet in my bathroom. There is a connection, and because I'm a scientist, I am a verifiable master's level research scientist with over 14 scientific studies co-authored under my name since 1996. I do not make up stories, and I'm actually very good at empirically gathering data and then analyzing that data for validity. Is there a pattern here? Is this a bunch of random events? Well, when the loud masturbating noises directly against this wall right here happen 10 to 15 minutes after I've used my toilet without covering up the area around it first, then there's a connection, guys. It's not just a strange coincidence that happens every single time I use my toilet without covering it first. This is really disturbing, but it also confirms what dozens of people have told me over the last few years again, which is that there's surveillance devices in my bathroom and people can see what I do in there, including these masturbating sex offenders who Greenville tells me are not really sex offenders. Well, he's obviously a placement by, the Department of Public Health or the Department of Mental Health, because he would not be engaging in that type of compulsive, disruptive, and dysregulated activity loudly against the shared wall whenever I happen to use my bathroom. He wouldn't be engaging in that kind of behavior at all, right? I mean, normal people don't do that. The guy in 87 is a normal person. I never hear him loudly masturbating in the middle of the afternoon when I happen to be walking by his door. I mean, I certainly don't stand around and listen, but the guy in 88 is so blatant about it that you can hear him when you're just walking by the door. He doesn't even care if people can hear him. That's how dysregulated and disturbed he is. And he never leaves his unit. He's lived here for a year and a half at least. He's never had a job as far as I can tell. He only leaves for a couple of hours at a time, then he comes back. I've had 4 jobs in the last year and a half. They've all been temp jobs, but it's been at least 4 jobs. And the longest one was almost 2 months long, 7 weeks. No, sorry, 3 months. Okay, let me rephrase that. My most recent job went on for 3 months, November, December, January of this year. And I worked an average of about 25 to 30 hours a week at this last job. This creep, who's younger than me and probably should have a job, doesn't and never has in the entire time that he's lived here because he's too dysfunctional to have a job. Right before my most recent position, which was for 3 months at Federated, the 2 months before that, I had a temporary research assignment that went on for a couple of weeks. And before that, it was a 7-week research assignment that I got paid quite a bit of money, $300 a day to complete, because it was a high-end legal study that required at least 8 to 9 hours of work per day of analytical work. So I work. I can earn an income, and I have the verified ability to do that as of 2.5 months ago. That was when my most recent job ended. But this chronically masturbating thug in 88 couldn't get a job, obviously, to save his life right now. And you know what? I have to call Greenville and tell them this, because this is a breach of the quiet enjoyment clause. I mean, when your neighbor loudly masturbates within 10 minutes of you using your toilet, unless you cover your toilet, and it doesn't happen if you cover your toilet, then there's some kind of a very disturbing connection between what you do in your bathroom and the guy who almost always starts to suddenly masturbate after you've used your bathroom without covering the toilet first. And there are mice in here throughout the afternoon, and probably because I have like 2 trash bags that I haven't taken out yet, and it's just paper trash, but the mice literally have been rustling around over by the door where I have one of the trash bags. So there's a lot of activity over by that door, and none of it is pleasant right now. So Greenville, I mean, they refuse to like even look into the mouse issue, but this is a health issue. It's a code violation. When there are rodents in your unit, it's a code violation. When your next door neighbor loudly masturbates, it's a violation of the lease.
Hello, you've reached the Greenville Real Estate Group. Our office hours are from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Our office is currently closed. If this is an emergency, please press 1. Otherwise, press 2 to leave a voicemail for the front office. After the tone, please leave a detailed message with your name and number so we may get back to you when we return.
Hi there. It's right around 7:25 p.m. on Monday, April 29th, 2024. I'm calling from Unit 89 to report basically some code violations occurring in my unit at this time, as well as violations of the lease occurring against the wall that Unit 88 shares with my unit.
Hello, you've reached the Greenville Real Estate Group. Our office hours are from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Our office is currently closed. If this is
I see what's going on.
Press 1. Otherwise, press 2 to leave a voicemail for
the microphone. Yeah, it's off. Yep, somebody is muting the microphone.
5, Monday through Friday. Our office is currently closed. If this is an emergency, please press 1. Please try again. No valid input detected. Disconnecting.
Yeah, and that's not anything I did wrong. Somebody is electronically interfering with this phone call right now because they don't want me to leave a voicemail for the Greenville group. I just pushed 2 like 3 times and it did not take me to voicemail. It cut me off. Let's try this again. Okay, second try. Brand new phone call.
Hello, you've reached the Greenville Real Estate Group. Our office hours are from 9 to 5, Monday through Friday. Our office is currently closed. If this is an emergency, after the tone, please leave a detailed message with your name and number.
Hi there. It's right around 7:20 p.m. on Monday, April 29th, 2024. I'm calling from Unit 89 to report that over the last 25 minutes, the sex offender who you've chosen to place in Unit 88 has started loudly masturbating against the wall that my unit shares with his unit. And as often happens, he starts loudly masturbating against the wall within about 10 minutes of me using the facilities in my bathroom if I don't cover up the area around my toilet first. If I cover up the area around my toilet with either shopping bags or sheets, then the sex offender in 88 does not usually suddenly start masturbating loudly and aggressively against the wall that my unit shares with his. But if I go in there and don't cover up the toilet area where I've been told there are surveillance devices by multiple people, then he starts loudly masturbating against the wall that my unit shares with his. And he's not even trying to be quiet about it. He deliberately makes some really loud banging and smacking noises that are very rapid. And then when I go out into the hallway to see if he's having a heart attack or not, he starts engaging in strange vocalizations that are really disturbing to hear. This is a violation of the lease. It violates the clause of quiet enjoyment, as well as probably violates a couple of other sections of the lease. Also, there are rodents in Unit 89. This is my unit, and there are mice in here. I keep reporting that. This has nothing to do with food that I'm leaving lying around. I don't store any food outside of my fridge, but there is a rodent infestation in this unit, and it would be really nice if you guys sent some exterminators up here. I've been reporting this for months, and you have yet to send exterminators to Unit 89. The last time you did send exterminators was like December 2nd of 2023. If you have any questions, you know my phone number. And yeah, thank you. So message delivered. So right now they can't say that they don't know about these issues. I keep reporting the violent masturbating thugs issues to them, and it keeps happening. And again, as I keep saying, it usually happens within 10 minutes of me using my toilet if I don't cover up the toilet first. It does not happen if I cover up the toilet, or meaning the toilet area, which means that there are surveillance devices. As I keep getting informed by other people, there are surveillance devices in that bathroom. Obviously, otherwise this creep wouldn't be masturbating when I come out from using my toilet. And then all of a sudden, 8 minutes or 10 minutes later, boom, 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 boom. He's obviously got some behavioral issues. That's pretty obvious.